All right, welcome to this day 2 of the complete course on graphic designing using Canva. My name again is Ominerata Dennis, and I'll be the one to continue with you. Now, today we are going to go into full practicals, teaching you step by step how to design some of these graphics. I showed you some of the graphics from the beginning that we are going to practically show you how to design it. So today we are going to move into starting to design those things from beginning. Remember that in day 3, I'm also going to show you part of them, but I'm going to be showing you how to design using their templates, and also show you some Canva tricks and hacks that will help you navigate this particular skill. So let's dive into the video and I'll show you practically how to design. Now the first graphic we are going to design is this period design. All right, you are seeing it here. So this period design is the size is 183 by 275, right? 183 by 275. So we come here and create on design, and then we create on custom site. You should be familiar with this thing if you actually watch the first video. Now we put 183 and then we put 275 2 sorry 275. All right, just pay close attention with us to create on design. It's going to take us directly into the interface. Now the interface is looking a bit small because of course you are seeing this graphic designing is square like that. All right, so let's increase the zoom so that we'll be able to do it well. All right, so this is it. And then what we'll do is we'll now start the design. The first thing you see there is poster my wall. So we'll come here and pick text and then pick both text and put poster my wall. We don't have time to wait at all. So when I put poster my wall, I kind of decrease it a little and then I bring it here. And now if you look at this, you know that the post is somehow. So let's change the font type. We'll come here and change the font type, and let's say we use leak. All right, so no, leak is not good, so we use achievers black. Okay, achievers black is good, so bring it, reduce the size again. Remember I say you can reduce the size from here, you can reduce it from here. So the one that is simpler for me is what I used to use. So let's look at it again. Okay, poster my wall, we bring it here. Now the next one we see there is the best transfers and others. Of course, you see that this one is more bolder than the next one. So we are going to come to test, and then we are going to pick the second one that is in, and then the best transfers and others, right? So when you book like that, it's in one line, right? It's in one line. So what we do is we just have to bring it here, and then how to resize it. We come here and try to resize it, right? So that is it. Let's increase the size again. Okay, sorry, it's bigger. Let's increase the size of this one again. Let's increase the size a little, and then we bring it here, and then decrease this one as well. So that is it. The transfer by size is too small, so we can to increase this one a little. Yes, okay, let's leave it like this, and then come here and do it like this. So this is what we are going to look. Now if you look at the color is blue, so we change this to call blue. Come here and change the color to blue. We come here as well, change the color to blue. So we come to A and change the color to blue. So it's looking like what we have here, but not really, because you see here, you see that they are a bit bold, right? So we come here and click bold. Now let's change the font type, because I think the font type is what is. Yes, let's change the font type to something that will make it at least more bold. All right, so okay, something like this is good. Poster my wall also should, the font type should be changed. So let's change it to you just have to be looking for the one that is best for you, right? Let's change it to this. All right, so now here this is good, right? This is good. Just be seeing exactly what I'm doing, and it will best fit whatever you want to do. So let's change it like this, and then change it like this. So I think like this is good, so we go with this. Now if we check this, you see that we have the blue color down, right? So let me take this up. All right, so let me take this up, and then let me now bring another color. Now to bring this blue color, we have to bring the shape called, bring any of this shape or this any rectangle shape, you bring it, then you increase it a little, you increase it to full, increase it. Remember, you can do this from all your phone and everywhere, please. You can do it from your phone and everywhere. When I started graphic designing, I learned it like this, but I started it from phone. All right, so like this is a bit okay. So we have a blue background there. So we have a blue background there. So what we need to do is we have blue here and we have yellow. So we we tend to change the color of this one to red. We change it, sorry, yellow. We change the color of this one to yellow. All right, so just be seeing bit by bit what I'm doing, and then here you duplicate it. When you duplicate, you click here and click this one, you duplicate, or you control D from your laptop, or you click this particular thing, you see duplicate. Then the one you duplicate, you have to change the color to blue. All right, you are seeing that the thing is making sense now, right? So you have to reset it properly and see how it's looking. All right, it's looking properly now, right? So now what we need to do again is we need to put POS available here. So POS is the one that is big. So we have to come to test and put the big one, and then we put POS. And then of course POS we see there is very big. So you have to increase the size and then change the color to pure red. Pure red, right? So we change the color to pure red and then tend to change the font type to something that will make it very big. Of course, you are seeing that this is what it is. So horizon is good. So if you see anyone that is bold here in the font size, you can use. But I think horizon is good, so we use horizon to make it big like this. So we decrease it a little, and then we bring it somewhere. See, I might not be really perfect because I don't want this video to be too long, because I want to design multiple of them at the same time. But I'm just showing you the tricks of how to do them. All right, so that when you are doing it on your own, you will take time to do it, right? So we just pick POS here, and then we have available here. So we pick another test, and then we pick available here. Available, available is in different, sorry, so we wrote it in small letter, while in the one we are using is a capital letter, so we change it to capital letter. So we increase it. So let me see what we are designing again. Okay, available, and then I put here. All right, so I'm trying to see how I'll make this thing look nice. So let me change the font type for this one to, let me say, horizon is actually good, but then it's not giving us what we want. Okay, horizon is, let me see again. No, that's not horizon. So pick it, no. This one again, no. You see that all these things I'm troubleshooting is because I want you to understand them. If not, I will have just pick up whatever I want to pick up and do it, and you will still get the result. But I want to do it the way I'm doing it so that you'll be able to know how I'm trying to troubleshoot all of this, right? So I try to decrease it a little, decrease it a little, try to decrease it a little, of course, and then I take this one up, and then I change the color of this to red. Of course, it's gradually looking like what we are seeing here, even though it is not as bold as that. If I want to make it look bold like this, I will also take a little bit work. But then we don't want this to take a longer time. Once you are seeing how I'm doing it, you should be able to do it. So already you are seeing that it's showing very good. So but the top of it is seeing that there's no more space at the top. So we have to bring some of these things down, like we have to bring some of these things down so that the top will be free. All right, so that the top will be free, the top will be free, and then we take periods back to where it was before, and then we decrease it so that it will not change, and then of course you decrease this as well, bring it down here and bring it down here. See, let me tell you, this things is done with, or even phone, right? It's done with phone. It's not only laptop. So you don't have to say I don't have laptop. That's why we are here to help you. If you are doing this and you can't do it from your phone, you let us know. We are going to help you to do that. So we have gotten this. I don't want to troubleshoot more, because if I troubleshoot more, I will get the right result here. But then we don't want to troubleshoot more, right? So let's continue. Now, what we have here is we have POS. We have two of the POS there. So I already downloaded the POS. So I'll just go to the background, to my computer under downloads, and I'm going to bring the POS that I downloaded here. Now, this is the POS I downloaded. I did not download the exact one that look here. But if you want to look for the exact one that looks here, why not go ahead to Excel? Now, remember that before you bring in anything you want to download, first of all, remove the background. I have taught you how to do that. That go to remove.bg.upload and upload your design and design it. So see, this is how it is here. And so let me see if I can flip it and see. Of course, all right. So like this is good. So I just bring it like this. I try to change the location. Of course, you are seeing that it's taking a new shape, even though we did not get the right periods, but this one is taking a new shape. Okay, so it will cover a little. So So that's how we have this here. All right, so that's how we have this here. So I'm trying to do it. All right, please, if you can do this. So the text is covering. Meanwhile, this was supposed to be above. So we bring composition and commit, bring it to up. I hope you know what I just did there. The text was up. So I wanted the POS to be up. So I came to position and I came to front and I put it to front. I taught you that when I was talking about the interface. So this is how it is. Sorry, I control Z to undo. And then what do we have here? We have another POS down here. So what we need to do is simple. Call this duplicate it. We duplicate it, or you can control D, or you can just duplicate anyhow, or you hold your alternate and use your mouse to drag it. And then this one, we are going to reduce it. We are going to flip it back to the normal POS that we have, and then we are going to bring it here. Some of you are professional in this and you should be understanding more of what I'm saying. But like I said, I don't want to take a longer time trying to troubleshoot to get the right result or whatever we want so that it will not take us time, right? So all right, so let's drop it here first. And then what we do is we of course we have the services the person does, he does withdrawal and you see that withdrawal is under a shade. So what we need to do is we come to elements, we pick this box here, and then we change the color of the box to white. Of course, you are seeing that it's white that is there. So we increase it. Let's see how it looks. All right, so we increase it. So we increase it to here. So I'm trying to get the exact thing. All right, so this is how it looks. Okay, so let me see again. Okay, so I will increase it again to here. Okay, it's looking good, right? But we want the POS to be up. So we click on the POS, come to position, put front. It's going to come to the front. Of course, you are looking at it, POS is in the front. But there is an outline in that box. The outline is red. So we are going to come here and put an outline here, border style. And then we are going to increase the outline a little like two. Two is or one is even one is good. Then we now change the outline to red because the outline you see here is red. You should be just follow us step by step. All right, don't say I'm fast. Just when you don't understand, forward back. When you don't understand, forward back, please. And then you come here, and then that's what we are. Now we already have this here looking very sweet, right? So what we need to do is just duplicate. So we control D and it duplicates, and then we take it exactly here. All right, so we just bring it. Let's look at how it looks. Okay, so there are some spaces. So we bring it down. So this I think this box is too big, right? So we just have to reduce it a little. Yes, we have to reduce it a little. So delete this one first. Delete it a little, and then we duplicate it by Control D, or you press this particular duplicate here. So when we bring it here, okay, so at least there is some space there, but the space is not still there. Bring it down again. Now just try to bring it down to see that you can get. Now we have the border of this second one is green, so we change the border here and then we put green. All right, so of course you are seeing that we have gotten green. Now we have to duplicate again. Don't worry, we are going to bring the POS back up, but then you need to align them. You need to align them. Yes, you need to align them like this. Sorry, we didn't get it. Okay, right, you reach your landing like that. All right, so just follow what I'm doing step by step. All right, so you bring it down like this again, and then we come here. Okay, let's see what happens. So they said the third one has an outline blue, light blue. So we click here, come here and choose light blue, and then it's going to get that particular color. If you look at this very well, you see that it has light blue, and the fourth one has outline yellow. So we have to pick this and then duplicate it and then bring it again. Oosh. So it's taking a lot of our spaces. Meanwhile, we still have a lot of spaces to do. So that means that this is too long. So we have to decrease it. We have to decrease it. So you see how I'm doing this thing. It's because I want you to know how to do fail and redo, fail and redo, fail and redo, right? So that's why I'm doing this. If not, normally I will just show you exactly how to do it and then go away from here, right? So we bring this time here to the front. Of course, like I said, this one is the color is green, so I change the color to green. This one the color is light blue, so I change the color to light blue. The fourth one, the color is yellow, so I change the color to yellow. All right, so you are seeing that it looks very sweet. Even this POS, we are going to bring it to the front. All right, so that is how we are. I will also end this video, but but you are understanding what we are doing already. So that's the most important thing. Of course, we have this test that I have here. So we are going to put bot voucher. So we are going to come to test. We are going to bring the test, and then we are going to bring it here, and then put bot voucher. That's what we have there. All right, so we are going to put voucher. That the text is in capital letters, so we change it to capital letter. So we change it to capital letter. The change is yellow, so we come here and change it to yellow. All right, so that's how it is. You begin to align it, outline it, outline it, outline it. Of course, you are seeing that this post has taken a shape. If you look at it here, it has taken a good shape. So if you could just continue to do it, I know that the remaining one here is only text, right? So you're going to do only that. So that is that to how to design a POS flyer. But I want to go to the next flyer so it won't take us time. So now let's go to the next flyer. All right, so this is the second design we are going to be designing for this class. Now, but before we go into this design, there's a particular website that did not give you where to get background images or where to get images to download. That website is called Pinterest. Pinterest is just like a social media app. You can just go there and download some of these backgrounds or some of these pictures in order to use. The reason is because I use the particular graphics, the particular materials I'm going to use for here. I downloaded them from Pinterest, right? So that's why I'm actually asking you to go there and download some of them. So if you can't find in one, I gave you up to 7. I'm adding one again. If you can't find in one, go to the other one and search. So now, before we go to design this particular graphics, we first of all see the size. You must know the size, and I say the sizes are in pixels, millimeter, centimeter, etc. inches, but we are going to be checking using only pixels, right? So the size is 202 by 249, 202 by 249. So we come to Canva, we create a design, we put 202 by 249 in pixels, and then we create a new design. A new Canva is going to be created for us to start our design. So I'm going to be increasing the zoom a little so that to be able to allow me to see what I'm designing. So the first thing we need to do here is that if you look at this design, you will notice that it is not color. The background is not color. The background is actually something like an image, something like a background image. So I've already downloaded them. I'll come to upload here, and then see this, the one I have here. You right click on it to click on set as background, or you can actually hold it and drag it until it fills the whole of the canvas. So you're looking at it, it looks very good. So if you don't want it to maybe go out of proportion or go out of the position when you're designing, you can right click on it and you can click on set as image. All these things you can also find them in your own phone. It's just that you may not be able to right click like I'm right clicking here, but it's a place to make these things like that. So we come here, once we have the image here, we try to reduce the opacity a little, just to increase the opacity a little, and then we try to bring in church service. We have to type church service. So I click on here and I type church save church. Church is the first one. Sorry, I spelled church correctly. So church is the first one that we found there. So this is church. I bring it here. There's a way the font type is. Now look at it. If you can't find this particular font type, go to all the two websites I gave to you and download them. Yeah, they are all for free. Font Fabric or Google Fonts or any of them you can actually you can download it. So I come here, I click on canvas size, and then let me change it to this and see if it will look nice. It doesn't look like what we are looking for. No, it does not look like what we are looking for. Let me see. No, let me use New Times Roman and see, because it actually looks like New Times Roman. It looks like New Times Roman, but right. So let's see. Look at it. It's not New Times Roman. It's not New Times Roman. But then I don't want to go further. Right. Let's just use this particular one. So I tend to increase it a little. And then the color of it is red. So I right click there. I come to text here, and then I put it on red. So that is the color that we have there, red. So if you come to the next one is service. So I have to come to service, and then we duplicate this again and type service. Of course, by now you should know how to duplicate either service. of course, service carries a different service carry a different carries a different color. So we come here and change it. I may not be perfect in doing this thing because I don't want to spend a lot of time when assuming I was doing this for somebody, right? Assuming I was doing this for somebody, I would take the whole of my time to ensure that they are okay. But then I'm just using it to teach. I'm just telling you how to be able to go it, not to do anything perfect. All right. So now we already have church service there. So we have this particular thing here. Of course, you see this image here, and then so what we need to do is come to element, and then we are going to bring in this particular element here. All right. So and then we're going to bring it here. I'm going to decrease it, and then of course we have, let me see what we have. So okay, we have it here. So we're going to increase it, and then of course, you're looking that we have here. All right. So, okay, we have it here. So we increase it. We have one up, which shows service times. So that one looks like this. So we are going to put it like this, and then we are going to put it like this. Come here, and then increase the, sorry, not this, and then return this thing back, and then return it back like this. Right, so let me look at this here. Okay, so it's exactly how I want it, but then I need to decrease it a little. I need to decrease it a little. So you just have to learn how to just do most of these things, right? So assuming we want the exact shape, we can click on these shapes here and see how most of these shapes are looking, so that in order for us, you can use any of these shapes, right? Let me see something. You can use any of these shapes. In fact, some of that shape doesn't even look like that. So we can just pick any of these shapes. But like I said, I am not interested in making this video too long in order to make anything perfect here. So you can actually use them in your own time. But the color of this one is this color. So we change it, and then we put this one to the front, because that's where it is like that. All right. So you can decide to cuff it here. All right. You can decide to do that cuffing there. If there's anything you don't understand, please let me know. So we come here and choose a service time. We now put service time. All right. So the cap is capital letter, so we change it to capital letter by coming here, and then I pick it there and keep it here. So you can also change the font type for this particular one, but we are not interested in that for now. I just want to show you how these things are done. Now we have 8 a.m. first service, 10 a.m. first second service. So we click here, duplicate it again, and then we come down. Please, if you like this video, please kindly like, give some comments, and then you can actually follow the channel. This video is completely set aside for you. It's not for public. All right. So we put 8 p.m. We put 8 a.m. rather. So we put 8 a.m. Then we have to increase the font size because it's actually big here. So we increase the font size and bring it here. All right. So we duplicate this again, and then we bring it down, and then we put first service. We put first service, right? So that's first service there. We put it here, try to keep it properly, and then we have to decrease it a little because we're going to still put another thing from here. So you just have to be test running some of these things, right, and see how they work. So we have to duplicate this one if we are done and take it to this side. This side say 10, so we have to change it to 10, and then you have to click, and then you put it here. If there's nothing you don't understand, please, that's why I am your mentor. I'm always here to guide you. Put the comments on this in the comment section, and I'm going to see to it to help you to do that, right? So this is how it is. I may not be getting it completely as it looks here, but the goal is just to show you and not to do anything else, right? So that is how it is here. We have December 26, 2032. We have not gotten there. We have not gotten to 2032, but like I said, I got that thing randomly from social media to show you. So we have to put December 26th, right? December 26th, sorry, 26th, 2032. 2032. So we have to change the color to red, and then we come here, change the color to red. By doing this every day, you begin to master it, right? So this is what we have here, December 26th, 2032. So already have it here. It's already bold, not as bold, so that's why you need to know the kind of font size to choose. And then we put here, I'm not interested in going further. but just understand. Now we have this particular sign you are seeing here. In order to put this particular sign you are seeing here, come to Canva. Instead of you can go to fonts, those flat icon that I showed you from the first video. You can go there and download some of these icon you are seeing here. But Canva also gives you this thing. So you come to element and type arrow icon. Arrow icon, they are going to come up, and then you see that we have a lot of them. So we have this one here. All right, so this one actually looks like what we are looking for here. So you bring it down, and then we have to change the color, because we have to change the color. Once it's highlighted, you see that the color is white, so we can change it to this particular color and still reduce it again, and then what do we have there? We have Pastor Richard, Pastor Richard Rule, Pastor Richard Rule. So we copy this, duplicate it, and then we have to put Pastor Pastor row. All right, so now pastor row is in red. If you look at the graphic very well, so we have to come here and then we have to choose red, right? So we have to have pastor row, but you have to decrease this very well to make it look exactly what you are looking for. You don't have to be fast like I am fast. I am only fast because I want to understand, right? So let's put this here. Now if you look at this, the graphic has this particular thing, this rough background here. So you have to go to those places and download those rough backgrounds, and they will actually help you. So I already downloaded some, so I will come to upload them. In fact, I've already uploaded them as well. So I will have to download, I have to put one of them here, and then I have to put it here. Now let me tell you, there's something you need to understand here. What you need to understand here is that you may not get the exact rough background like is here, all right, but you may get a similar one. Like I downloaded a whole lot of them. Like I downloaded this one, so you can actually use it to expand. You have to expand it in order to use it, right? So you can use a whole lot of them for free, right? They are just there. Just download the one that you like. So I just downloaded this one because I wanted to use it to teach. It may not actually look like this, but you have to download. And when you are downloading, download the actual color, because you cannot give a color to a picture. You can only modernize it, you can only enhance it. You can't give a color to it. So you can actually choose any of this rough background here and able and another and use if you want. So I've brought this here, and then of course you are seeing that it's taking a good look very well. It's taking a good look, and then of course I'll bring the image. Before you bring the image, remove the background, like I said. So I've removed the background. I taught you how to remove the background. Go to remove.bg.com. All right, so you now begin to align this properly, Now I got those images I'm taking using these images you are seeing. I got them randomly from Facebook, or sorry, from Google. So I didn't get the exact material used in doing this. And I'm not the one that do this work, right? But I'm just showing you how to do it. So this is how it is. Now this image is, as you see that the letters are not looking nice, right? So what you need to do is you need to put this image to the back. All right, so no, not to this kind of back. You need to put it to the back like this. All right, so of course you see that it's now in the back. What you need to do is now to adjust it so that everything you are doing will show. All right, so but when you want to start the design, you can actually bring the image first before you do anyone that is good for you. You can actually do it. So like I said, my aim is not to make this professional. My aim is to show you step by step how to do it. This does not even have a logo, but the church logo was supposed to be up here. So you have to bring the logo up and bring some text that aligns with it. Now of course you are seeing that we have this here, so I will have to lock this background so that it won't be moved. So I right click and then I press on lock. Now if you check this, we have Facebook icon. We have this. That means they are telling you that you can follow them on Facebook, or this is their location. So you can, if you want to put that, you can come to element again, and then you can type. You can please come to element, and then you can type location icon. Please, you should be understanding this thing bit by bit, right? So we now pick this location icon, and showing here. So we have to bring it down. So the color of it there was white, so we have to change the location icon to white. So click here, and then we change it. Sorry, we change it to white, and it's now white, right? So that is that. For that, we bring it here. So if you want to bring in the Facebook icon you are seeing here, the Facebook icon you are seeing here, so you have to come here and choose Facebook icon. You see that you do come here and do Facebook icon. If it's not giving you the right thing you want, you can go to flaticon.com and download your Facebook icon. Here we are going to remove the here is we can't use it. That's why I keep now. I don't want this one, so I want to choose this. Okay, so I like this one, so I'm going to bring it down here. So I have to decrease it, and of course here I can change the color to white. All right, now there's something I said here, that if you don't like some of this icon, go to flaticon.com and download these things. This is it. It's very good here. So you can now come here, just try to be resetting them the way you see me doing, and then you bring in the text here, and then you can now bring the text to exactly where it was supposed to be, reduce it, and then you put the church location. Of course, you can say that this text it look good. If I was supposed to design it for somebody and I put in more time to make this look good, of course you will know that this will look good. And of course you know that we use some colors here that are not even the right color, so you can use this color. Now let me show you how to use the right color. Maybe you want to design this particular design and you need the exact color that is supposed to be here. What you need to do is bring in that image that has the exact color that you want. Okay, let's say this is Zenith Bank, right? I've taught you from the first class, but I still want to teach you here. Let's say you want this Zenith Bank color in this particular church. What you need to do is highlight the church you want to place the color. Then you come to color, you come to where you see rainbow color, you pick color picker, and then you click show on the Zenith. Of course, the church is going to take the exact color that is on Zenith, and then you delete the image. It's as simple as that, right? Very, very simple. So I was supposed to do something for this church and they give me their picture and everything. So now, if somebody is doing this kind of work, like it looks so sweet, right? So that is that for this. We are going to move to the next graphic. Now, this is our next graphic to design. This is our next graphic to design. We are going to be designing this step by step. Okay? By now, you should be happy with this course, especially the fact that you're taking it for free, right? So just help us like this video, subscribe to our channel. It doesn't take you anything. It just take just a click. It's not taking money, just not taking anything. So let's now design this particular graphic. So well, of course, the first thing to do is know the size. So the size is 225 by 225. All right, so like I told you, sizes matter, it varies rather. So we come here, sorry, I was already still in this particular one. So I come to create a design, and then I put 225 by 225 still in pesos, and I click okay. It's going to show me the Canva where I'm going to start my work. All right, so this is the Canva that is showing me, and then I did not download. There's no much work here. Everything here is color, right? Everything here is color. So what you need to do is there are two colors here, and I want you to pay close attention. There are two colors here. So the first thing you need to do is you need to bring in a boss. That's an element. You need to bring in a boss like this, and then you need to divide this work. All right, so now is either you bring in two of the work, or first of all, the first thing to do is you can change this color to, let's say, red. Right, let's say we are changing it to red, because one of this color here is red, but the red is not as strong as this. So let's choose this one. Even if we don't get it, this is for people. So we bring in one element, so we are going to enlarge that element, we are going to enlarge the element, we are going to bring the element here, making sure that we adjust it to carry the same size, right? Adjust it a little. All right, so this is how it looks, and then we are going to change this element to yellow. We're going to change this element to yellow. So we're going to change it to yellow. Even if we don't get the exact yellow, you should be able to understand what I mean by now, right? So now there is a particular line that is out here, right? There's a particular line that is out here. So the next thing to do is bring in another element, that is a rectangle element, and then you have to put it here. Now, when we put it here, you discover that it's already here. All right, so it came directly to the center, and of course, the element is placed exactly in the center. But the element outline has the rectangle outline has a red something. So we are going to change the outline. We are going to increase the outline. Come to outline here and increase it, and we are going to change the color to the exact color that is here. All right, so and then we are going to change the whole of the box to yellow. We are going to change the whole of the box to yellow. Of course, you are seeing that it's already taking this shape. Now let's bring in the man who is doing the birthday. So I don't have a new picture, but I'm still going to use the one I used in the last class, right? So I'm going to create here, enlarge the man. I'm going to use here, enlarge the man. All right. So I'm going to use, sorry, you see why you need to lock up some things. Let me lock this thing. Right click, click on lock so that you won't be able to be moving it up and down, right? So we just bring it here. All right. So the man is here. We just have to bring it, and then we have to bring it here. All right. So already the man is here, right? So we want to duplicate this man because the man is actually this side, but it's fading in this particular side. So we have to duplicate it, and then we have to bring it here. So, but then you also have to understand that the man is looking this side. So of course we have to flip it, and the man is looking this side. So we have to take it, reduce this particular size of the man. We have to reduce it, the particular size of the man, so that it can fit here. Let's look at it again. Of course, you are looking at it. Okay, you are looking at it like this. Okay, so we are going to we are going to we are going to now reduce the opacity. So we now reduce the opacity. Of course, you see that the man is now inside of the box. So now look at it. The same thing we have here is the same thing that we are having here. But then the man is covering the box. The box is now, so we now have to click on the box. Sorry, I have to click on the box, this boss here, and then I have to bring it to the front because the boss is actually in the front. So we bring this man here, and then we bring this man here as well. I know that these things are a little bit big, so that's why most of them are showing like this, but you have to understand exactly what we want. So we have to bring the man to the front again, and then it's very simple, right? Very, very simple. So that's how it is. But then there's what we have here. There's what we have here. Normally, if you are doing pixel lab or anything, you can create this on your own, but you can, there's a shadow here covering everything that is here. If you look at here, the man at this thing is still cut here, right? So what we need to do is we now need to come to this particular element here. I will now add a fading color, fading. Okay, so this is what we want here. So we click on it like this, click on this fading graphics. Please just hold on while it loads. Even on your phone, sometimes it may take time like this. I think I forget the exact name that thing is called, but then we have to bring it like this. This is not the one I want. We want the one that will take from the beginning. So I delete this, and then I put how did I call? So I will just pull it, please fade off. I will just choose the fade off. And of course, it's showing fade off is showing. I just put fade off is showing. So when you are doing your own, you should also notice that this is what I use. So I put fade off. I just increase it. See, normally in Corel Draw or Pixel Lab or Photoshop, you create this thing by yourself. But Canva is giving us for free. So the color, we have to change it to this particular color, and then the thing is only covering only this color. It's covering this color, the red, and it's also covering this color, the yellow. So we have to duplicate it. So we are using it for the one color for each of them. So we have to be very careful with the way we do it. So that's how we keep it here, and then we now change the color. We now change the color to, just decide to change the color from here, right? Just change the color from here and other colors from here. I don't want to go into deep, but then before you want to do that, you have to duplicate it and take it to this side as well. And of course, you are seeing that it's looking exactly like this. The only thing to do is change the color like you just see. Of course, you are seeing that this is already looking exactly like this. Then you have to now bring in happy birthday, happy birthday, happy happy birthday. All right, so the happy birthday has a specific font size, all right, so font type rather. So we have to come here, and then we come to font type, and then let's see if we will get exact font type like that. Even if you don't get the one like that, you have to get the one that is showing that shows exactly, maybe related to what you are looking for, right? So I'm still going to troubleshoot to see if I can get the exact one. I've not gotten it, so let's see troubleshoot. Still, let's see troubleshoot. It does not still look like this. So that's why you need to go to all those websites I was giving you in order to get the exact one that you like. So you can just upload those things here, and they will work for you, right? They will work for you. It's very simple to do. but I don't want to go into that now because I showed you that from the beginning. So we can't find the exact one that look like that, but so let me just use any random one because this video is becoming long already. So I just use this particular one. I decrease it, I decrease it, I can make it big, like because it was big there, can make it big. And then of course you see it's only covering um it's covering only the one in red, so you don't need to allow it to cover the one in white. So you take it here, decrease it again, take it here, decrease it again, and then of course this red is more bigger sef, the yellow is more bigger. So when you are doing it, make it equal or make the red. So all right, so we have to decrease it to ensure that it covers only the red. Now look at it. All right, it doesn't even cover the bus. So, but our yellow, our red is too small. So when you are doing your own, make it too small, please. Make it bigger than the yellow bus, please. So you have to do it. But the essence is for you to understand what we are doing. If I want to do this thing perfectly, I will do it exactly perfectly. You see, even if I want to get this exact image from Google, if it's on Google, I can find it. So that's that. There's nothing is hard there. So it is there, and then we have Pastor Jason, and then of course we can put it. There's no need to do all of this when you know how to do them. And then we have some write-ups that are here. Happy birthday, may each of the months, all of that, and then you just have to bring it here. And then happy birthday, may each of the month. I don't want to type plenty, please. So you just have to bring it here and then set it here and then try to ensure that they have a font like this. All right. So the video is not having quality because I downloaded it from Google. That's why it's just looking like that. When you do something like this, it looks good, looks very sweet. This is how to download this particular one. And like I said, I'm not going to go further. We are going to end here, and because we have 7 of them, this is just number 3, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll take it to the next one, and we are going to be talking about it. But please and please practice what we are doing. It's not just for you to watch this video and hear my grammar and hear whatever I'm doing here. Practice it. In fact, the people I will be receiving questions from are people who practice this thing, because if you don't practice, you don't have any question. So practice, come to my DM, come to the group, ask your questions. We'll always answer you. Right, so that is that for that, and I will see you in designing the next one, because you are going to be designing 7, and that's what will make you, before you design this 7, after you are done designing this 7, it should be a professional. All right, so this is our fourth graphic we're going to be using to design. So first of all, again, you check the size. Always check for the size. So we check the size. The size is 225 times 225. That's 225 by 225. If you don't know how to check the size, just right click on this the image and then go to properties. You'll be able to find it. So we have 225 by 225. So we come to Canva, we click on create a design, and we click on 225 by 225, and then we click create a design. It's going to bring an interface like this. Of course, this is what is a real Canva, right? So it's going to bring like this. Let's look at it now. We are going to bring in the, okay, first of all, you'll be seeing that it has light color. There's no background here. You only had light color, and we have another color white down. So what we need to do is, let's bring in light color. So let's bring in light color, light blue rather. So we click on here, and then we click here, and then of course we bring light blue. We may not actually get it. Anyway, let me try to see if I can get it. So I will upload the image. I will upload the image. Of course, these are some of the things we'll be using, but then let me upload this particular image, and then I will see the light. Now this is light color, right? This is light color. So we already put light color here. We are going to put the image. Of course, this image I got it from freepik.com. So if you are designing anybody's birthday, you might not need to design all of this. But if you are doing practice, you can use your own image and all of that. So the image is already here. And of course, before you bring the image here, ensure that you must have removed the background, right? Go to remove.bg, remove the background. Of course, when the background is being removed, we are going to enlarge it. This picture is not as big as the person we are seeing here, right? But I'm going to increase it. I'm going to increase it to ensure that it's big. We're going to increase it, and this thing is not long, so I'm going to also decrease it like this. Like this is okay, right? So I'm going to bring it. Just be watching what I'm doing so that you'll be able to do it, right? So I'm just trying to decrease all of them, and then I will increase it again. All right, so I increase it again. I won't increase it more than this. The image is not as full as this, but let's look at what will happen. Let's just look at what will happen. So I just put the image here, and then that is the first image that is here. The image is facing the other side, so I click on flip and then flip again, and of course flip. It's not showing directly what I want anyway, but let me just leave it at this. All right, let me just leave it at this. Now we have two of these same images, one this side, one the other side, but being fed up. So we have to duplicate it by Ctrl D, or you click on this button and then you take it to this side, then you flip it back, let it show this side, right? So now we are going to flip it, and I'm going to take it to the back. We are going to take it to the back, right? We are going to take it to the back, and then I'm going to resize it again. We're going to resize it. The reason for all of this is for just to show you how it works. It's not for me to be perfect, because if I want to be perfect, I can still be perfect. But then the image at the back, please reduce it. Let it be more smaller. The one in front should be more bigger, because if you see here, you look at the one in front is more bigger, right? So you have to increase it like that, and then you make this one more bigger. So let's see what happens. Okay, so we don't have this image like this, so just have to increase it like this. So I'm decreasing it. I'm increasing it because we want to leave the space down in order to write all of these things you are seeing here, right? So but first of all, let me zoom it, and then okay, I'm zoom it. So always do this. You can use it with your phone, right? You can use it with your phone. So we decrease this again, decrease it again, and then we bring it to this side, bring it to this side. Now we are going to fade it, because of course you see here is fade. All right, so we are going to decrease the transparency. It's the transparency that will make it even in the first class I taught you how to do that, and the previous this thing I'm doing, I've also taught you how to do fading. So we come to transparency here, and then we have to reduce it. All right, reduce it. This color, we didn't actually get the right color, so let me try to troubleshoot to get another color. Come here and try to see how I can get this kind of color. Even if we don't get the color, let's just get what is closer. All right, so we get here, we decrease it like that, and then we are going to duplicate it. So we are going to duplicate it again by control D, or you click on this particular duplicate, and then you take it to this particular side. Then you also put it at the back, so that it will not distract, so that let the real picture should be in the front. So you have to decrease it again and decrease it again. All right, it's taking a good look like this, right? So now there is a fade off. There is a fade off that is covering this and covering this. Of course, you are seeing that even if you bring a text, it will not show the whole of this here. H will not show. So let's adjust it. It will not show. So we have to bring in a fade. So come to element, and then come to here, and then type fade off. Of course, if I type it in the previous one, it's going to come fade off, and we're going to choose the one that best is good for us. Of course, this one will be good, so we have to increase it. We have to increase it again, and then increase it. If it's not that strong, if it's not that strong, what you do is duplicate it and always report it. If you duplicate it and put it, it becomes strong, but I don't want to duplicate it. I just want to show you that. So this is like this, and then you can now choose the color for it. But let me not go there because it will take a longer time for this video. So I just want to show you how this is working, and then we proceed. All right, so let me control Z. I just did what I was not supposed to do. All right, so this is this. All right, so you begin to see that it's showing, right? So let's put this same image back to the front again. Sorry, back to the front. No, let's return it back. Is sorry. So we just click on this image, the one in front, or I just control Z, and everything will walk back the way it was. All right, so you are seeing that it's taking a good shape like this. So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to bring in this shape that carry foot auger. So we are going to click on elements, and then we are going to click on complete all the complete elements. Sorry, so we are going to click on shapes under the element, and then we are going to bring in the real element. So if you look at this shape, you see that the shape is kind of look like a pentagon or something. So we'll just come here, click on elements, and you see that we have one of the shape that may look like this. If you see one of the shapes that may look like this, which of the shape that may looks like this there. So we have the shape, this particular shape is looking like that, so we have to increase it, and increase it and increase it. The color here is yellow, so I'll call, but we are not going to use yellow because they use yellow. That's what I'm going to teach you in the last class, right? How the principles behind this graphic. So I'm not going to teach you, I'm not going to put yellow because the person put yellow here so that yellow will match with the shade. So we are going to put this orange color so that the orange color will match. Don't worry, you don't have to miss the last part of this class, which is tomorrow. And so I will just put orange color. So remember, I say if you want to pick the right color, you can pick the picker and come here and pick it. So we didn't click it, that's why. So click it here. Sorry, we click it, come to come to color here, and then we click here. Of course, you are seeing that it's taking the right color, and this one has a background. It has an outline. So we are also going to put an outline, but then we are going to put any color of our choice. So let's just choose blue. All right, so this is it, looking very sweet, right? So that's how. And then we are now going to pick our text, and then we are going to type fourth August because it's fourth August that is there. If you want to change anything as pertaining to the font type or anything, you can still change it. All right, so we just pick it and bring it inside. Of course, it's carrying a black color, so it's black is okay. Now look at this, the shape is inverted, so we have to pick this and then invert it. So hold it here and try to drag it so that let's look the way it's supposed to look, right? Now you, of course, you see that some of the edges are round, so let's see if the pages will be round. So it's enough like this, not too much. All right, so just try to troubleshoot around what I'm saying. You'll be able to know how to do this design. Now we are also going to take this, let me see, we're also going to take this because already it is showing an edge here and there is no edge there. All right, so what we do is we click this and double and duplicate it, and then we have to invert it. We have to invert it like this. All right, and then we have to bring it down like this. All right, you are seeing that everything is looking good in order to cover this particular aspect, but then it's best if we even bring in another this thing. So we delete it and go to elements, go and then click on fade off, and then bring in a good distance that will be able to help us do that. So let me see the anything that will be good here for me. So all right, so I have to invert it again, and then I have to put it here. All right, so I have to increase it, I have to take it up. All right. No, now I'm not. I don't want this video to be long, so yeah, I just showed you how to do that. You just have to delete it. Now let me show you how this white comes about. So what you need to do is you have to come to element again, and then you come sorry element, and then you have to choose go shapes. When you come to element, you have to choose shapes. Click all shapes. Even in your phone, you can find all of it. Then you pick this particular shape, and then you have to bring it down, and then have to try to invert it as well. You can hold it from here, this circle here, and you can see, look at it, look at what we have here. So you have to invert it and then see how it looks. So we have to invert it like this and bring it, but we have to increase it, right? We have to increase it so that it will look nice. So we have to increase it, we have to increase it. All right, so we come here, it's looking nice. So the picture will now, this particular shape will now take white color because we are having white color there. Now you have to put a color that is helping, that is matching. That's why you'll be taught this in the last class, right? So we have to put it there like this. Let me increase it to cover. Okay, so that is that for that. Of course, you are looking at it, it's taking a good shape, but we did not place it well. So let me try to invert it again. Let me try to invert it, and then we bring it directly here. Okay, so you are looking at it that it's taking a very fantastic shape, right? Now the next thing to do is this particular line here. So we are going to pick up on this shape again, and then we are going to increase it, and then we are going to increase it again. All right, so I may be missing some of these steps, right? But you have to know that I'm using this to teach you. So you have to increase it, and then increase it again. So this shape we have to increase it to this side, increase this further, this one will enter, right? So let's look at it again. Okay, so we have to increase it, decrease it again. All right, so what is inside is Obarut Elizabeth. That's the name of the person. So we have to type Obarut, Obarut Elizabeth. Please don't rush into this. Don't rush in doing these graphics. It might take you a whole lot of time to use it. All right. I'm only rushing because I want to cover a lot and I want this thing not to be long for you. All right. So we are now here in our root. So the next thing to do is that we will have to now turn this round. Turn this round to like this, and then we have to pick it. Always hold it by where I'm putting. The thing, the sizes is not there, so I have to increase it a little, and then we bring it here. So let's turn it again. Sorry, that one was okay. So we are turning the title, please. Sorry, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Yes. Now we are turning the title. Click on the title, and then we are turning it again. So we just shift it to the center, and then we have to space it. There is what we call line spacing. There is spacing here, right? So we now try to space it. I don't know, it's spacing, right? So if you look at this, it was spacing, right? The spellings were spacing. So that's what you need to do. You need to space the whole letters. So you need to space the whole letters. And then I'm trying to give the spacing, the right spacing that will be good for it. So I'm decreasing it to fit in. I've, I'm decreasing it to fit in. If we want to increase the spacing, you can still increase, but let it not go out of proportion, right? So that is it. Of course, I've been able to show you that, so there's no need. You just have to arrange it to fit in. Now, the next thing to do is happy birthday. Look at the way the happy birthday is. That thing there is basically the font type, right? So you are going to come here. You are going to, sorry, let's go back. So you're going to come here, click here, and you're going to claim birthday. So that's the thing you're going to do first. The happy birthday, the birthday is in capital letters. So you're going to click here, and then you're going to change it to capital letter. I'm going to bring it there. So you're going to come to font type. And now if you cannot find the particular font type, already I've shown you where to download the font type. But I don't know if I'll be able to find that particular font type here. If I can't be able to find it, I won't stress myself because I've taught you that from beginning. So you should be able to find the particular font type that will show exactly like this, because that thing is font type, right? It is not spelling one by one, it's font type. So I don't know if I can find it here. I don't know if I can find it. If I can't find it, you should be able to find it on your own. When you do it like that, it's just the font type is as if it's progressing. So go to font fabric and find it there. So we are able to do that. If we are not able to do it, but you should be able to know that this is what I mean. I don't want the video to be long. We're already in 15 minutes, so I'm going to end it. And then when you are done, you just try to arrange everything here, especially this particular one that is here. I said double click it, invert it, and show everything that you need to show. There are some tricks I'm going to show you, and then this is it for this particular course. In this particular set, this is part 2, and the part 2 ends here. And then in the next part, I'm going to show you how to design 3 more graphics, and then I'm now going to show you the principles and the tricks of how to use CapCut. So thank you very much. I will see you in the last part of this particular course.